Hello, and welcome to another edition of Elizabeth Burnt This and That. And she's got a new toy we picked up at Sweetwater, the big music store up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, when we were up there a couple of weekends to photograph a concert. Elizabeth, tell us what that thing is.
This is actually called a tongue drum because we couldn't afford a metal hand pan. The hand pans are exorbitantly expensive.
Yeah, that was more in maybe the $50 range.
You can't play it like that. You have to play it like
Yeah,
with
the
a
hand
mallet.
pans are more in the
This is only
$600,
$35. This is
$1,000
$35, and it's
35?
a pentatonic scale.
What scale?
Pentatonic.
Okay. And obviously, Elizabeth hasn't learned to play any tunes yet on it.
Not quite yet.
She brought that down to our drum circle retreat this
Yes,
past
but
weekend.
I was very, very rudely interrupted by rain.
Yeah, it
I
started
could not-
raining for a bit while we were down
Yeah,
there.
all of a
So we had to
sudden,
move the
'cause I
conversation
saw the lightning in the
indoors.
distance. I thought, yeah, it's not going to hit us. And I saw it again, thought, it's not going to hit us. Saw it again, not going to hit us. Then it hit us, I thought, ah!
Yeah, we've been away for
Why must I be wrong?
a couple of weekends. We like 3 weekends ago, we went to Tipton, Indiana for the what Indian tribe was it?
It was
Tecumseh?
all nations. It was
Well,
the
the Tecumseh
Tecumseh Lodge.
tribe.
The Tecumseh
Tecumseh
Lodge.
Lodge was sponsoring it. So we did photography there, just as a hobby.
It was awesome.
And then the weekend after that, we went to Fort Wayne, Indiana to see a performance of my friends,
Leonid
and
friends.
They're a band out of Russia,
Yeah.
and they do cover songs. They started out doing mostly Chicago cover songs, then picked up Earth, Wind, and Fire and a number of other groups from predominantly the 70s, groups that had a big brass presence. So they needed a photographer to take photographs for the new website build, and they moved the website from Russia to the States, and they wanted to put new photos up.
We also met the CEO of Sweetwater.
Yep. So, well, the former CEO,
Former.
and he owns the
former,
Clyde
yeah.
Theater up
Yeah.
there in Fort Wayne.
Super
so that's
nice
where
guy.
we were doing the
Super
presentation.
nice guy.
And afterwards, we talked with our friends, the band members of the Leonid and Friends, and
And they were at Sweetwater.
They've gotten quite a following here in the States. And then a great concert. We really enjoyed it.
No, it was amazing,
And
as usual.
every year at the concert, they'll call out 7 or 8 people that are like friends of the band.
Right.
And this time when they called out my name as a friend of the band and, pointed out, where is John Lobbin? And
they said
this time they said, and our photographer tonight
our
is
photographer
John Lobbin.
tonight.
So that was kind of cool.
That was neat.
Got a lot of wonderful photos, but we've got a couple of
We
photo
still have to
sets
process them.
we need to edit and complete before I pull those photos and work on those. So that's what we've been doing here the late part of summer, staying pretty busy. And Elizabeth has a review for you tonight.
Right.
And what's your review tonight, Elizabeth?
It's the Grand Tour. And this movie was done
A long time ago.
Well, I would say around the 80s or 90s, because you
I
can
think
tell.
I think it's an early 80s
probably early
movie.
80s movie. And
That's my guess.
Yeah, I would say so. And Jeff Daniels, he's the main character, and he and his daughter, they work in an inn together, and they take in these wandering people from here and there. But then these very unusual tourists come in, and the driver, Oscar, notices they don't seem quite typical.
They seem a little odd.
They seem a little
They've got
bit
like
eccentric.
old-fashioned
Yeah,
luggage.
Yeah, old-fashioned luggage,
The bus
old-fashioned
driver
clothing.
that picked him up just picked him up with their
Yeah.
pile of luggage alongside the
road,
with
right.
no idea how they got there. So they're a very unusual group
Right.
of maybe 6 or 7
Right.
tourists.
And they look very young and thin as well.
Yeah,
very
and
healthy.
very healthy,
Very healthy.
very good looking.
Right.
And he says, why don't you stay at the lodge? There's a nice hotel in town, and this one we're still finishing it up. It's not ready to be opened yet.
Right.
And they said, oh, no, we don't want to stay there.
No, we want to stay with you. We want to stay in
And
your inn.
he overhears some things, them talking about
A spectacle.
they're there for the spectacle.
And he's thinking, what do they mean by
And
this spectacle?
without spoiling it too badly,
Right.
these travelers travel in time.
Right.
And they like to go somewhere like when the Hindenburg
Exploded.
exploded.
Right.
that would be the kind of thing, or the big earthquake in California.
Right.
They like to go there in advance of these things. And I won't tell you why. I won't spoil you in that way.
Right.
But anyway, Jeff Daniels starts catching on.
He catches on really fast,
something
actually.
weird.
Yeah, he's thinking something's off.
Well, of course, they're there to see a spectacular or
See
a
the spectacle. Yeah.
spectacle. And it turns out something bad is going to happen.
Something terrible happens. Yeah, something catastrophic
And he's got
happens
a daughter that he cares a great deal
Yes,
about.
Hillary.
He lost his wife years ago.
To an accident.
And it was, I can't really mention too much more without spoiling it.
No, I'm
but
not
it's
going
worth
to
watching.
mention it. I'm not going to
Especially
mention.
if you're drawn to time travel movies
Right.
and the paradoxes of time travel,
Sure.
you'll enjoy it.
And I didn't know anything about it until I was on Facebook. I'm on an obscure movie page, and
it's not really to the point of
it's-
being sci-fi.
no, because there really isn't a lot of a lot of
it's just
special
good drama,
effects. It's just really
and
well written. And,
it involves time travel.
Yeah. And I think it's very heartwarming. Of course, the ending made me really teary-eyed, and I was like,
It reminds you,
crying
it
a
was-
little bit.
It was maybe filmed back in the days of the movie, one of my all-time classic favorites that really bombed at didn't do well at the box office
Yeah.
until HBO started showing it.
Yeah.
And that was the movie Somewhere in Time with
Yes.
Christopher Reeve.
Which is outstanding.
And that was before he was Superman.
Right.
So that movie predates the original Superman with Christopher Reeve.
I think that's another obscure, not very well
And it had
known.
Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour.
Gene Seymour, right?
Great movie, Somewhere in Time. Look that one up and watch it.
Yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
a great movie. And it was filmed, back in, I'm guessing, early 80s.
Didn't they film it on Mackinac? I think they filmed it at
It was filmed, the filming location is Mackinac, the hotel on
in the
Mackinac
Mill
Island. And Mackinac Island, you can't just drive your car there. I believe there's a ferry. They don't have cars.
No,
have
they
horses.
don't. No, they don't.
But in the movie, you didn't get, you got the opinion, or it kind of expressed the hotel was actually connected to land.
Sure.
Not out on an island by itself. And we're continuing. John accidentally touched a notification, and it took him to another app. And of course, that suddenly stopped the
oops.
recording, so there will be a little edit there. So anyway, Somewhere in Time, great movie. If I can get Elizabeth to watch it again.
Oh, I would love to. I would do
I'll
a
have her
review
do
of
a
that
review on
in a 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
That's one of those early 80s movies. It came out, I guess at the theater, it just didn't get
It didn't
any
do
traction.
well.
And I think it was before Superman.
I agree. I think you're
Or
right.
about around that time. It may have been just after Superman.
Right.
But it's Christopher Reeve, long before he had his accident, and Jane Seymour. Very good movie, Somewhere in Time. But HBO, it might have been Showtime, but I think it was HBO picked it up
Right.
and gave it a run, and it became a cult classic with all those additional showings on HBO.
Sure.
So it was a very good movie. It just, the marketing didn't bring enough people into the theater. So it really took off at that point. And great movie. Another movie that I'll have you review at some point. This is going way back when, before you were born. There's a movie, it's a sci-fi movie called Robinson Crusoe on Mars.
I've heard of it.
And it had, what's the guy that played the traditional, back in the old days, Batman?
Adam West.
Adam West.
I love Adam West.
It had Adam West, but it didn't star Adam West. He was there at the beginning of the movie, and he didn't last very long, okay? So the movie continued on with another actor that I'd seen once or twice before in old movies, but didn't have near the popularity of Adam West. But this was done, I think, before the Batman series. So Adam West was still somewhat of an unknown. And you see him in the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But it's based on the story Robinson Crusoe. But this is Robinson Crusoe on Mars. And it is a very well done 1960s era sci-fi
Isn't
movie.
that an MST3K, John? Because I think I've seen that down on MST3K.
You might have. I don't know.
I might have.
But it was a good movie.
Yeah.
So that's another one you can drop in the bin for, a future review.
Sure.
You do those, and you got movies that I've been invested in and can talk about a little bit. Some of the movies you pick, I watch them. Some I really enjoy. Some are kind of like, meh, not that great, in my opinion, because I'm a little bit of a different kind of a movie viewer than you are.
We got a train.
I hear that train
Yep.
whistle. Well, you can
Yep.
talk for maybe another minute here until
Yep.
we get a train
Well,
moving up on us.
obviously I give Grand Tour 2 thumbs and 5 stars. 'Cause I absolutely adored it. And it was very
Excellent.
heartfelt.
And what do you think you'll review next? Any idea?
North by Northwest.
Oh, yeah. We watched that last night,
Yeah.
and it was a cool old movie. It's interesting to watch the dynamics between the sexes based on like 1950s
Yeah.
style
Right.
versus the way things are today.
Right.
And
But
it's
the innuendo is there.
yeah, so that was a good movie. So
Yeah,
that's
I
your
loved
next
it.
review, which may happen tonight or
We'll see.
a coming night.
We will see.
And everybody take care. Oh, and before I forget, please bump the subscribe button,
Yeah, hit my like.
click the like button, and the notifications button. We got to be like these other YouTubers and
Yeah.
get you above
We do.
1,500 subscribers or whatever it is.
Train's coming.
Well, we got a train coming on the CSX main line. I'm going to record the video, and we'll see you all in the next review. Say goodnight, Elizabeth.
Night.